Hello, this is Justin at the Tech Train here, and in this tutorial I'm going to be tackling the subject of percentages in Microsoft Excel. It should be quite straightforward to be able to calculate a percentage in Excel, and indeed it is, and yet a lot of people seem to have some problems. I'm going to cover why those problems crop up and how to create formulas which will calculate your percentages correctly. Let's look first of all at the basic formula for working out a percentage. So the basic formula here for working out a percentage is you take your part, divide that by the whole and multiply it by 100. So for example, if I have 25 out of 50, I can type 25 divided by 50, pop that in brackets, so that's the part divided by the whole, and then multiply that by 100. Now we know that 25 out of 50 is half, or 50%, so it's no surprise that when we press enter, what we get is 50. But of course that's not formatted as percentage. So the next thing you'll do is, having written out that lovely formula which works it out perfectly and follows the standard mathematical formula for working out a percentage, you'll come up to the top where you've got the formatting options here. You'll see the percent style and you'll click on the percent style, and all of a sudden you end up with 5,000%. What on earth is going on, and why does that happen? And if you've ever had something that works out as 1,000% or 5,000% or something, you may well be thinking the same thing. In fact, I've known people who have actually gone as far as putting that in and then adding onto that the percentage sign as text. So, oops, that was supposed to be an ampersand sign there. Let's put that in there. And actually putting that in as text. That's fine, but of course now the formula or the content of that cell is only seen as text because we've concatenated that string in there. That's not the way to do it. So what is going on? Well, the answer is simply that Microsoft Excel works out percentages based on decimals. So for example, 1% as far as Microsoft Excel is concerned is 0.01. Thinking of course about our place value over here, we've got our hundreds, tens and units, then the decimal point, and then of course our tenths and our hundredths. So 0.01 is 1/100th, one part in 100, or 1/100th of a whole unit. So 1/100th of a whole unit is 1%. It makes sense because of course Microsoft Excel can't actually include a percentage symbol in a numerical representation of a percentage. So a percentage for Microsoft Excel is not a part out of 100, but a part out of 1. So 100% is one whole unit, one of these. And so we have to then think about the different percentage values as being parts out of a whole 1 unit rather than parts out of 100%. So 10% is 0.10. Again, think of our place value over here. 0.10 is 0.1/10. 1/10 of a whole unit. 1/10 of a whole unit is of course 10%. So knowing that Microsoft Excel is thinking about percentages as decimal values that are out of 1 rather than 100 suddenly makes this 5,000% make sense. Because what's going on if we work out equals 25 out of 50, so our part out of our whole, that of course is 0.5. 0.5 will be 5/10. 5/10 out of one whole unit is of course 50%. So as far as Excel is concerned, that is the percentage. And if we now click the percentage sign, we get our 50%. So effectively what you've got to think about doing, or rather not doing, when you are working out percentages in Excel is to skip this bit. you completely remove any multiplication by 100, because Microsoft Excel will be doing that automatically. Once it works out these values, such as 0.75, which is 75%, the moment you take 0.75 and you apply the percentage sign, what that does is not just put the percentage sign in that cell, but it also multiplies the content of that cell by 100. So if I was to just put together a cell here, let's just increase the font size so we can see that, and I type in 0.75. So there we are, 0.75, which we see as a fraction. If I now click the percentage sign, two things happen. One is Microsoft Excel will include the percentage symbol, but the second thing that it will do is multiply that by 100. So I click the percentage sign, and there we have 0.75 has been multiplied by 100 and the percentage sign added. So in order to work out the percentage sign here, if we're doing 25 out of 50, say, it simply equals 25 out of 50. So it's your part out of your whole. That's all it is. So you write it basically as a fraction. Press enter, and then making sure you've got the percentage format here, you will have your percentage exactly as you would expect. Let's look at a couple of other examples here. Percentage change, that's another one. So let's say that I used to get 60% in my IT exam, and I've worked really, really hard, and now I'm on 90%. So how much improved, how much better have I got? So if it used to be 60 and it's now 90, that's a difference of 30, which is half of what I had before. So effectively I'm half as good again, or 50% better. So the standard mathematical formula for working out the percentage increase, or decrease of course potentially, is to take the new value, subtract the old value from it, and then divide all of that by the old value. And then of course multiply by 100, and that gives you your percentage. So if I was to type that formula out, equals, two brackets at the beginning of course, new value, let's say that I've got 85% now, and I used to get 65%, then we subtract the old from the new, and then divide by the old. And then of course we've got to multiply all of that by 100. Oops, not 1200, 100, there we are. So that gives me a 30.77% increase. So about a 31% increase is what I've got there. Fantastic. But now of course I want to show that as a percentage, so I click on the percentage sign, and wow, aren't I just a genius? I've managed to improve my old score by 3077%. So of course, again, what Excel is doing here is the multiplication by 100 as well as adding the percentage sign in. So just as we did with the previous percentage formula, for this one, we again remove that multiply by 100. So if I type in here equals, brackets 90, just the one bracket now of course needed, 90 minus 60, so that's the new minus the old, divide by the old, press enter. Well, I've already formatted that as a percentage in fact, so let's just put that back to general so we can see that as a fraction. So 90 minus 60 divided by 60 gives me 0.5. So 0.5 is of course 5/10ths, and now if we click the percentage sign, the two things that Excel does is multiply it by 100 and then add the percentage symbol. So there we are, 50% as we would expect. So in fact, using the percentage symbol at the top, although it can seem quite frustrating the way it seems to multiply everything by 100, is actually really helpful because it's making your formulas easy to write. Rather than all this double brackets and multiplying by 100, it's just new minus old, divide by old. And that's your percentage increase or percentage change. Your normal percentage formula is not something difficult to imagine at all. It's just simply the part divided by the whole. That's all there is to it. Let's look at one other example of where we can take advantage of this percentage formatting. So let's imagine that we bought a laptop for £850 and we've got to add onto that 20% tax. So we know that's going to be 170. We can work that out by using this standard formula. So total, whatever it is, 850, multiply that by, and then in brackets, the percentage, 20, divide by 100. So if I was to write that formula out, so equals 850, multiplied by the percentage, which is 20%, divided by 100, then of course what I'm going to get is 170 pounds, because that's not a percentage. But what we can do is actually make this even easier, because of the fact that we know that 20 is a percentage. So it's not 20% divided by 100, it is 20 out of 100. That is what 20% is, of course. So 20 out of 100 is the same as 20%. If we have 20% written in a cell here, and we formatted that as a percentage there, then we can use that in our formula. So if I've got my laptop at 850 and I want to find out what 20% of 850 is, I just have to multiply the total by the percentage, which of course is what I'm doing here, total times work out the percentage. So 850 times that cell there, which is 20%, gives me £170. Then of course the great thing is if I change that to 15%, we can see that that formula updates and still sees this as a percentage. So if you can remember that in Microsoft Excel, the button up here that formats your cell as a percent does two things, not just one. It multiplies by 100 and adds the percentage symbol. Then all you've got to do is think about your really simple formulas. So if you want to work out a fraction as a percentage, simply write the fraction. Equals 17 out of 34. And there we go. Equals 18 out of 99. So it's really, really easy to be able to show a fraction as a percentage, as long as you remember to lose the multiplication by 100. I hope that makes sense. I hope that's helped to solve a few problems and explain why Excel seems to be so frustrating sometimes when it comes to percentages. But I think that hopefully explains why the percentage formatting tool in Excel, rather than being a bit of a headache and a bit of a problem, is a time-saving tool. I hope that was useful. If it was, please do give this video a like. It does make all the difference in the world. So click like and of course subscribe if you haven't already. Any questions, any problems, any suggestions, please do leave a comment below. I do read all comments and I try my best to reply to them as quickly as I possibly can. So thank you very much indeed for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.